Ships serving the Cayman Islands. Cayman Pharmacy Group, with a location in West Bay and professional pharmacy at CTMH Doctors Hospital. The Cayman Pharmacy Group has a location for you just around the corner. Seaboard Marine, with over 35 shipping ports, find your shipping solution by calling 949-4977 or visit seaboardmarine.com for competitive rates. FIS MoneyGram, the safest and most convenient way to send money worldwide. MoneyGram, bringing you closer. Coca-Cola, available across the Cayman Islands from Tortuga distributors. Accept no substitutes. Taste the feeling with Coca-Cola. Brand Source Home Gallery, inspiring luxury. And Fidelity Bank. Fidelity, we're good for you.
This is For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Coming to you live from Radio Cayman Studio.
For the record.
For the record. For the record. Hear from your government officials, independents, and the opposition on issues that matter to you. For the record. Engage in an open dialogue between residents and lawmakers.
For the record.
For the record. For the record. Informative, impartial, insightful.
This is your talk show.
1-800-534-8255. Your calls, your input. This is For the Record. And now, your host, Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome to For the Record. Today is Monday, the 8th day of June 2020. I hope and I trust that everyone had an enjoyable weekend. Some more relaxation as far as the restrictions due to COVID-19 are concerned. Beachgoers, persons who exercise, lots of things. And if you continue to cooperate, if you continue to follow the advice of the medical experts, follow the guidelines that have been issued by the government of the Cayman Islands, we will all soon be out of this situation or a little bit closer to normalcy in the Cayman Islands. So, folks, you keep up the good work. Ensure that you practice your physical distancing protocols, hand sanitizing, wearing your face masks, and just don't let your guard down. Do not let your guard down at this stage. We see now where New Zealand, for instance, is opening up completely because they have now recorded zero cases of new cases of the coronavirus. They did what they had to do early, suffered the pains early, and as a result, they're seeing the benefits now. Folks, here in the Cayman Islands, we can do the same. Yes, people are hurting, and due to the fact that they are hurting, they are speaking out about it. But at the same time, they are going along with the program and continue to do that as well. For those of you who are on the roads of the Cayman Islands this morning, whether you're a pedestrian, whether you're a cyclist, if you're operating any type of vehicle on the roads of the Cayman Islands, the roads now are getting much busier. So we again urge you to please be extremely cautious. Ensure that you observe the rules of the road. Remember, the life you save may be your own. So I want to thank you for allowing Radio Cayman, and by extension For the Record, into your homes, into your vehicles as you traverse the roads of the Cayman Islands, into your places of work, wherever that may be. As you know, For the Record is a show produced by the staff and management of Radio Cayman, and it is geared towards keeping you abreast of issues as they arise and play out on the local, regional, and international scene. I'm your host, Orrett Connor, and you're welcome to join me every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 7:30 a.m. until 10 a.m. During that time, our phone lines are always open, and there is always someone there waiting to take your calls. This morning and this week, and probably for next week as well, it will be that radio voice of Mr. Paul Akal, also known as Silver Fox. You can call us on our toll-free number, provided courtesy of Flow. That toll-free number, 1-800-534-8255. You can also call us on 949-8037 and 949-6990. If you don't like to talk on the telephone, email us at fortherecord, one word, fortherecord at candw.ky. WhatsApp us, 925-3261, where you can send us a text message or leave us a voice note, the contents of which will be played during the course of the show. And of course, you can follow us on YouTube simply by subscribing to Radio Cayman live stream. Now, last week on the show, you heard the Minister for Commerce, Planning and Infrastructure, the Honorable Joe Hugh, give us an update on the what his ministry is doing. And one of those entities that he mentioned was the Cayman Islands Center for Business and Business Development. And he spoke about the crucial role that entity is playing during the COVID-19 pandemic. I also want to share with you from the Ministry of Commerce, Planning and Infrastructure's website, note that was published on the 23rd of March, 2020, and it reads, Commerce Minister Honorable Joe Hugh recently, on Wednesday, March the 18th, announced that the Cayman Islands Center for Business Development, which will provide support for small businesses across the islands, especially during the current crisis, will open on Monday, the 23rd of March. He was speaking at a press conference hosted by government at the Government Administration Building. And he's quoted as saying, in response to the anticipated economic fallout for micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises from COVID-19, the government, through the Ministry of Commerce, will assist small businesses across the islands to weather the disruption caused by the virus so that they can recover as quickly as possible. Minister Hugh continued, quote, we are in discussions with the leadership of the Chamber of Commerce, the Cayman Islands Small Business Association, and other groups to agree on tangible solutions to assist our small and micro-sized enterprises to retool and repurpose in this new environment. While the center has been established to support small businesses in general, the particular focus will now be on those businesses that are severely impacted as a result of COVID-19. The services being offered by the Center for Business Development to the public will begin with a focus on business continuity training and coaching. And the release goes on to talk about other things as well. But I don't want to give everything away to you, because we have the pleasure of having on the phone with us this morning two representatives from the Cayman Islands Center for Business Development. And they are Ms. Thais Descent, Senior Business Advisor at the Cayman Islands Center for Business Development, and Mr. Marlon Hunter, who is the Financial Administrator at the Cayman Islands Center for Business Development. Both on the line. Ms. Descent and Mr. Hunter, good morning.
Good morning. Morning, Mr. Connor. Thank you for having us.
It's a pleasure to have you, and I'm sure that our listening audience will also be interested in what you have to say this morning. So tell us about business development.
So thank you. It is a pleasure to be here on For the Record this morning. I have to say I do listen to you quite often, and it's quite different when you're on the other side. Okay, so today we would like to discuss the relief measures that are being provided by the Cayman Islands Center for Business Development. As you mentioned, Minister Hugh was there last week, and he did provide some overview of what the center was about. So I just want to do like a really brief recap of that. So the Center for Business Development was established under the Ministry of Commerce. Prior to the launch of the center, it was Minister Hugh's and the government's objective to develop a hand-holding agency to assist the development of businesses in Cayman. So the ministry did a lot of research. As you mentioned, we did meet with several stakeholders and determined that there was a real need for this type of service here. Micro and small businesses in particular were finding it difficult to obtain affordable services, and not to mention they were having difficulties accessing funding from commercial lending institutions. So the objective of the center was to assist both startup and existing businesses to develop all aspects of their business. So, things like HR, bookkeeping and accounting, marketing, and so on, in order to be in a better position to access funding from lending institutions. And we understand that lending institutions, it's risky to invest in businesses, especially when you're dealing with micro and small businesses. So we wanted to take businesses through a program that would help them. They would look at all aspects of their business and, assist them, grow them, and so on, thereby giving the lending institutions a certain level of confidence in businesses that go through our program. So all of this was to be done through what we called our non-residential business development services, as well as through a residential incubator, where businesses would occupy a cubicle within the center to get more hands-on assistance through the development of their business. So as you mentioned, the opening of the center was initially scheduled for later on in the year. I believe it was mid-March that we were looking at launching. However, we all know what happened when March came around. Major economic crisis. So in response to the COVID-19 crisis, the government took the decision to fast-track the opening in order to offer assistance to businesses that really needed help weathering the disruptions that were expected with COVID-19. So although initially the center was to offer support to startups and existing businesses in general, the focus did shift to existing micro and small businesses that were being severely impacted as a result of COVID-19. So basically, the center had to hit the ground running. And Mr. Connor, it was quite chaotic to say the least. We dealt with an unprecedented number of businesses that needed assistance with things like cash flow management, business impact analysis, and those that needed to redesign or rethink their business models. So that was for the month of March. Then in early April, Minister Hugh announced several relief measures to support the micro and small businesses. So I'm going to talk in detail about two of them, and then I'll hand you over to Marlon, who will discuss the others. So the relief measures were training and I'll just mention them all to begin with. Training and hand-holding program, the micro and the small business grant program. We also have a low-interest loan program and a technical assistance program. So let me just jump into the training and the hand-holding program. So with COVID-19, many small business owners became overwhelmed and anxious, and rightfully so, about what to do to ensure the survival of their business.
Especially after they were sort of like restricted in terms of their operations.
Absolutely, yes. And we knew that businesses would need more than just financial assistance if they were going to survive the COVID-19 pandemic. So the center identified a number of local subject matter experts. And I have to say that some of these businesses actually reached out to us when everything happened. They offered their assistance, and we are just so extremely grateful for that. So it actually brings me a sense of a pride that we have businesses in our community that were reaching out to us and offering assistance, and they wanted to help us rebuild our small business sector. So we collaborated with several of these businesses to design and present on topics that are critical to successfully navigating this period. It was a period of extreme uncertainty for our small businesses. So the objective was to improve awareness, knowledge, and competencies through a series of webinars. So we've held several webinars. I think we're on webinar 6 this week. So we've held 5 of them so far. We've discussed things like business strategy, crisis management, moving your business online, which actually was one of the most popular ones that we had. Obviously, all businesses are looking to do that right now. Managing, sorry.
No, I was going to say, and I understand that those webinars were well subscribed as well. too.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So other topics that we touched on were market risk and financial risk as well. We do have another webinar scheduled for this Thursday at 10 a.m. The topic is going to be managing cash flow in a crisis. So business owners are encouraged to contact us at the center. If they are interested in attending, you do have to register to attend. So if there's anyone out there that's interested in attending, you can reach out to us. Our hotline is 244-8009. Our persons can contact us via email on cicbd@gov.ky to access the registration link.
Okay.
So yes, as you mentioned, the webinars have been very well attended and we've received great feedback. And I do want to take the opportunity to thank all of our presenters as well. They have been amazing. So if you would allow me just a minute.
Sure.
To thank Sarah Jan of Courage Unlimited, Richard Mottershead of Varkey Investments Limited, and Omar Chambers and John Childress of Link International Group. So they really pulled through for us. And, we recognize that the successful outcome of our webinars is highly dependent on successfully collaborating with our partners.
Yes.
So you are most grateful to them for joining us in our efforts to rebuild our environment.
Okay, Ms. Doucette and Mr. Hunter, we're going to take a commercial break. When we return, we're going to have Mr. Hunter then talk about some of the financial aspects as well. Folks, please stay tuned. For the record, we'll be back shortly.
The Cayman Islands boasts of a long, colorful, and rich history. In tribute to our roots, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Historical Vignette Series, brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects. The Cayman Islands, He hath founded it upon the seas.
Wade Taylor Foster, 1886-1971. Mr. Taylor was born on the Brack, the second child of Wilford and Alma Foster. He was a serious student who excelled in school. He accepted Christ when he was a teenager and became a deacon in Ebenezer Baptist Church at an early age. He married Hilda Scott, with whom he had 6 sons. He was the only Baptist preacher and the only marriage officer on Cayman Brack for many years. Mr. Taylor was a carpenter, boat builder, and businessman, as well as a cattle farmer, who provided the island with beef, especially at Christmas time. He was a government auditor on Cayman Brack for 40 years, for which he was awarded the Cayman Islands Medal of Honor. Turtle fishermen all knew him as he outfitted their boats, and on their rerun home, he purchased their turtle shell for shipment to England. He provided work and sustenance for many families through his shops and his cattle business, and his generosity helped many Brackers survive during and after World War II.
Radio Cayman's Historical Vignettes was brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects.
Even in this time of uncertainty, time of challenge, we adapt to change, making good on opportunity, clearing a path of continuity. Our children, our students, seek to further learning confined at home. Our teachers reach out and teach, furthering scholarship, their classrooms scattered far and wide, using technology, bridging distance. That's why Rotary Central joined the AlphaSoft initiative, sponsoring a first batch of 297 of the 600 laptops needed for students in need, students who would be absent from school without a laptop. $7,000 dedicated to the purchase of laptops benefiting children at John Gray High, children at Sir John A. Cumber Primary in West Bay, Rotary Central, and the AlphaSoft initiative, taking care of children who want to learn. Our children, their future, more secure. Rotary, connecting the world.
Hi, I'm remodeling our bathroom. I have a few questions.
Sure.
What are some ideas to make my bathroom feel larger? How do I know if I'm picking the right vanity? How do I choose a new toilet or a new countertop? Also, the lighting is terrible. Can I put a window or a skylight? And do I really need an exhaust fan?
You've come to the right place. At Brand Source, we custom design kitchen and baths, and our talented design team can help answer your questions. Whether you're looking for a modern, functional family bathroom or a luxurious personal retreat, we'll help create that beautiful space that makes your home yours. And if you're in a rush for a new look and have a limited budget, our ready-to-install bathroom vanities, built with solid wood and countertops of the finest materials, are a quick and easy remodeling solution.
For the very best in custom-designed kitchens and baths, visit Brand Source Home Gallery on Dorsey Drive, Industrial Park, Cayman's Kitchen and Bath Center.
Fidelity Bank would like to thank all essential workers. We salute your efforts and thank you for the sacrifices you've made to keep us all safe. During these challenging times we're facing, our top priority is the health and safety of the communities we serve. And while it's true that things are changing rapidly every day, one thing that will never change is our commitment to giving you the best and sound financial solutions to help you during and after the coronavirus pandemic. At Fidelity Bank, our focus will always be you. Fidelity, we're good for you.
Recent worldwide events bring into focus the need for quality health care. Your life is meaningful. Your health is no laughing matter. Cayman Pharmacy Group strives to make your health their concern. Recognizing the complexities of pharmaceuticals and the need to personalize your care with one-on-one counseling. West Bay Pharmacy, Savannah Pharmacy, and CTMH Doctors Hospital Pharmacy. Convenient quality care is just around the corner. Visit CaymanPharmacy.com for more information. Cayman Pharmacy Group, taking care of your health.
We all know there's nothing more refreshing than the taste of an ice-cold Coca-Cola straight from the cooler.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling.
Whether it's celebrating a birthday, promotion, or just a great meal, make each moment a Coca-Cola moment.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling.
Available across the Cayman Islands from Tortuga Distributors. Make sure you ask for the unforgettable flavor of a classic Coca-Cola.
System 1 loaded.
1-800-534-8255. What is on your mind when it comes to the government, independence, and the opposition? Issues that matter to you. 1-800-534-8255. Waiting to hear from you. For the Record.
This is For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. It is my pleasure to have on the phone lines with me this morning Ms. Thais Descent, who's a senior business advisor at the Cayman Islands Center for Business Development. Also with us, Mr. Marlon Hunter, financial administrator at the Cayman Islands Center for Business Development. So we're going to go over to Mr. Hunter. Mr. Hunter, again, good morning, sir. Welcome to For the Record. So you're the man who holds the purse strings at that entity. Tell us all about your job and what you do and as well, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Connor. Good morning again, and good morning to the listening community. So, as you quite rightly said, I am the financial administrator in the Ministry of Commerce, Planning and Infrastructure. I'm a qualified accountant, but since the pandemic started to affect Cayman, I was redeployed to assist with the relief measures at the Center for Business Development. I will briefly go into the loan program and what it offers, because it then dovetails into our technical assistance program, which is where we prepare the financials and the business plans and so on. So the loan program, the formal name for the program, let me start with that, is the MSME Business Interruption Loan Scheme. This program is a partnership between the Cayman Islands Development Bank and the Cayman Islands Center for Business Development, which will provide financial and non-financial support to local businesses which are experiencing economic hardship as a result of the Cayman Islands response to the pandemic. It will offer support to micro and small businesses through financial infusion and facilitation of training and mentorship workshops. All right? So just for clarity, as it relates to micro businesses, as per the trade and business law, a micro business is an entity, an enterprise having up to 4 employees, not including the owner, and turnover up to $250,000.
Okay.
For those micro businesses, CIDB is willing to provide financing up to 20,000 CI dollars.
Mm-hmm.
For small businesses, the definition is up to 12 employees, not including the owner, and turnover of up to 750,000 CI dollars.
Okay.
CIDB is willing to provide financing up to CI $50,000. Right? The loan program, it's a soft loan.
Mm-hmm.
It offers a 6-month. The first 6 months is a payment moratorium period.
Okay.
The first year is at 1%. The overall term of the loan is 5 years, and after the first year of 1%, CIDB then has the ability to increase the interest rate to no more than 4%, considering a number of factors.
Mm-hmm. How does that compare to the private sector in terms of interest payments and offerings?
Well, it is substantially, significantly lower than what commercial banks are offering.
Mm-hmm.
In the commercial realm, you'll see interest rates anywhere between maybe 5 to 8%, depending on the financial institution. And as you can see here, this is 1% to 4%. So it's pretty attractive. The collateral requirements, as it relates to security, it's 80% loan to value, and the loan program allows for traditional and non-traditional collateral.
Okay. Can you explain to our audience what that loan to value, that ratio is? Just describe that, please.
Right. So what it means is that the security that you need to pledge. Mm-hmm. So if you are engaging a financial institution for a loan, the collateral in this program needs to be 80%. The loan needs to be 80% of the collateral.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, for example, if you need a loan for $20,000, you need to pledge collateral in the amount of $25,000.
And that collateral can consist of what?
This collateral could consist of, so traditional collaterals are normally real estate property, mm-hmm. Vehicles. Also, the program allows for non-traditional collateral in the form of registered debenture over the company's assets, supported by registered liens and collateral bill of sale, assignment of good quality receivables, a guarantor with a tangible net worth mm-hmm. of 125%, assignment of shares, and so on. Right? They offer some degree of flexibility.
Okay,
there.
Got you.
Right. So I'll just dovetail now into the technical assistance program. So once you apply for the loan, credit checks come back favorable. You then proceed to the technical assistance program, which let me just give you an overview of what that is. So the technical assistance program involves the use of qualified accountants and other professionals to provide technical guidance to small businesses to help them navigate this difficult period and keep their financial obligations to financial institutions.
Mm-hmm.
All right? The program is directed particularly at the recovery from COVID-19.
Mm-hmm.
The technical assistance will be provided for 1 year initially. Right? So let's look at what exactly the services that the technical assistants offer. So they will provide document preparation to access financing, to include financial statements, preparation of business plans and strategic plans, the monitoring of the business, performance against targets, business model design and innovation, financial modeling, forecasting, and so on.
Okay. We have about 1 minute left before we go to our 8 o'clock news. So what we're going to do, Mr. Hunter, when we return from the 8 o'clock news, would like you to present a typical scenario for us in terms of the person going through the process, obtaining the loan, and then you mentioned it seems as if you don't just give out the loans, but you also continue to help those businesses through their process, monitor them, hold their hands to ensure that there is a strong possibility of succeeding if they follow the guidelines that you would put out to them. So I want you to think about that a little bit. When we return from the 8 o'clock news, give us a typical scenario. If I own, let's say, a trucking company, and I came to you for a loan, how I would go through the whole process. Folks, please stay tuned. The conversation with Ms. Thais Descent and Mr. Marlon Hunter from the Cayman Islands Center for Business Development will continue immediately after the 8 o'clock news.
Radio Cayman time check is now 7:59. This time check is brought to you by Foster's.
Foster's weekly specials are back, and we have big savings across the store. Like select Kellogg's cereals, 2 for $5, save $4.98 on 2. Jet Fresh salmon fillets, $7.99 a pound, save $3. And seedless watermelons, $4.59 each, save $3.40. Price is good May 28th to June 10th, 2020. Pick up our weekly specials flyer in store or visit fosters.ky for savings at your fingertips.
The voice of the Cayman Islands.
89.9 FM in Grand Cayman and 93.9 FM in Cayman Brac and Little Cayman.
Silver wings shining in the sunlight.
Radio Cayman.
The 8 a.m. news is proudly sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan. For further information, please visit chamberpension.ky. We are here for you. Whether you are in extreme financial need, have lost your job, have been directly or indirectly affected by the pandemic, we are here. The Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan is here to assist through the Cayman Islands Government Emergency Withdrawal Program. To withdraw, visit chamberpension.ky and complete the online application form by filling in your personal details, the amount you wish to withdraw, and upload a notarized government ID such as your passport or driver's license. For information as it happens, visit chamberpension.ky or follow our social media pages on Facebook, LinkedIn, or Instagram. Email admin@pensions.ky or call 745-7630. We thank you for your patience as we address the high volume of email and phone queries. The Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan. You can count on us.
Your voice, your choice for today's biggest news.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands.
Good morning. It's now time for Radio Cayman's 8 a.m. news. I'm Dion Anglin. Royal Navy ships FRA Argus and HMS Medway are in local waters this week.
For the next 2 weeks, they will be exercising their plans to support Cayman should a hurricane or a similar natural disaster occur. And they're also providing helicopter cover whilst our RCIPS helicopters are off island for their routine maintenance.
His Excellency Martin Roper says the upcoming exercise will include bringing troops and equipment ashore to test logistics, checking to assure communications work, and that they could carry out medical evacuations.
The exercise this year will also ensure that appropriate measures are in place to avoid any contact between the ship's company, their personnel, and people on shore. Both ships are COVID-19 free, and the crews have been at sea and isolated for an extended period of time.
But Governor Roper says out of an abundance of caution and to prevent possible infection being transmitted to the ships, there will be no close contact with any people on our islands. In other local news, outdoor restaurants and bars have reopened as of Sunday, June 7th. And speaking to Radio Cayman News, restaurant owner Luigi Mugsam says after 3 months without operating, he's grateful for the opportunity to still be in business.
It's been one of the toughest times of our lives for myself and my team during this time period. But we give all the thanks to God for answering our prayers to allow us the opportunity to stay in business. So now that we are open, and as I'm sitting here looking at the restaurant, almost full, we're just grateful for the love that people have shown us while we were only allowed to do takeout and delivery. and the extra love that people have, and the effort people have made to come out and join us. The love is real, and our appreciation is real.
Cayman Cabana, located on the historic Georgetown waterfront, saw over 90 bookings on its first day. He says meeting the necessary safety requirement has been a challenge, but it's the new norm, and he appreciates the patience and cooperation from customers.
And everyone is just, the feedback I've been getting is everyone's really, comfortable, which is, challenging itself. This is new for us as well as the government to do it, not make it as awkward as uncomfortable as possible.
As of yesterday in Grand Cayman and Cayman Brac, restaurants and bars will be able to serve customers on any patio or other outdoor areas, which forms a part of the premises of the bar or restaurant. Now for a look at news elsewhere. Here's the BBC.
BBC News. Senior doctors in Zimbabwe have gone on strike, saying the country's state-run hospitals are a death trap. The doctors, whose action was in support of junior colleagues, say the authorities are failing to provide basic equipment and medicines. They accuse the government of carrying out a silent genocide against Zimbabweans. The opposition Labour Party in Britain says official documents show that the governing Conservatives will put the National Health Service up for sale in a future trade deal. The Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, has called the accusation total nonsense. A court in Bangladesh has sentenced 7 men to death for planning a terror attack on a cafe in 2016. 22 people died when gunmen stormed the Holy Artisan Cafe in the capital, Dhaka. 2 Afghan activists who alleged that more than 500 schoolboys had been sexually abused by teachers and local officials have been released by the Afghan security forces. They were detained after saying that a paedophile ring was operating in Logar province. The European Parliament has approved the new European Commission, voting in favour of the team, led by Germany's former Defence Minister Ursula von der Leyen by a large majority. She's made climate change among her main priorities. In football, the owners of the English Premier League champions Manchester City have agreed to sell a 10% stake to American investors Silver Lake. The deal values the club at almost $5 billion, a record in the world of sport. A French celebrity restaurateur, Marc Verrat, is suing the prestigious Michelin Guide for withdrawing the coveted 3rd star he won only last year. Known as the chef in the black hat, he's told a court near Paris that the inspectors accused him of putting British cheddar cheese in a soufflé. Michelin denies making any such allegation. BBC News.
That'll take us out of Radio Cayman's 8 o'clock morning news. I'm Dion Anglin.
The 8 a.m. news is proudly sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan. For further information, please visit chamberpension.ky. We are here for you. Whether you are in extreme financial need, have lost your job, have been directly or indirectly affected by the pandemic, we are here. The Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan is here to assist through the Cayman Islands Government Emergency Withdrawal Program. To withdraw, visit chamberpension.ky and complete the online application form by filling in your personal details, the amount you wish to withdraw, and upload a notarized government ID such as your passport or driver's license. For information as it happens, visit chamberpension.ky or follow our social media pages on Facebook, LinkedIn, or Instagram. Email admin@pensions.ky or call 745-7630. We thank you for your patience as we address the high volume of email and phone queries. The Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan. You can count on us.
Stay in touch with Radio Cayman for the latest in news and information.
Follow Radio Cayman on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Download the Radio Cayman app or log on to our website, www.radiocayman.gov.ky.
Radio Cayman, your voice, your choice, your radio.
Even in this time of uncertainty, time of challenge, we adapt to change, making good on opportunity, clearing a path of continuity. Our children, our students, seek to further learning confined at home. Our teachers reach out and teach, furthering scholarship, their classrooms scattered far and wide, using technology, bridging distance, That's why Rotary Central joined the AlphaSoft initiative, sponsoring a first batch of 297 of the 600 laptops needed for students in need, students who would be absent from school without a laptop. $7,000 dedicated to the purchase of laptops benefiting children at John Gray High, children at Sir John A. Cumber Primary in West Bay, Rotary Central, and the AlphaSoft initiative, taking care of children who want to learn. Our children, their future, more secure. Rotary, connecting the world.
I've got some beautiful clothes.
Puritan Cleaners is pleased to announce the opening and closing hours of their 2 branches. Now open 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Mondays to Saturdays, Savannah Countryside, 946-1884. Arboretum Plaza, Elgin Avenue, 949-2452 will be opened until 2 p.m. on Saturdays. These hours will be in place while we monitor customers' demands after reopening. Also, seamstress on duty to do your repairs and adjustments. Our main store, 337 Eastern Avenue, Georgetown, will be opened from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Mondays to Saturdays. Telephone 949-7104. Any input from our customers will be much appreciated. Puritan Cleaners, you feel good when you look good.
The Weather Report is proudly sponsored by Super Stitch Sewing and Fabric Center, your one-stop household store at 39 Pasador Place, Smith Road. Still offering the best prices in town. Call 949-2833 or go to superstitch.com.ky.
New stock has just arrived at Super Stitch. Now don't take my word for it, drop by and see for yourself. Fresh off the boat, we have loads of fabric, vinyl upholstery fabric, fabric for cushions, outdoor fabrics, and dress fabric. That's not all. Super Stitch has sewing accessories and craft items. Included in the new shipment, you will find sheets, comforters, throw pillows, bath mats, rugs, and curtains for every room in your home. Super Stitch, 39 Pasador Place, Smith Road. Still offering the best price in town. Call 949-2833 or go to superstitch.com.ky.
Good morning, Kima. Let's take a look at your latest weather. Compliments of Super Stitch. Present temperature 82 degrees Fahrenheit. Relative humidity now 88%. Winds are out with the south-southeast at 4 knots. Barometric pressure now 29.94 and rising. Wind gusts up to 4 knots. Light to moderate southeasterly winds and seas are expected across the Cayman Islands over the next 24 hours. And the National Hurricane Center in Miami, Florida continues to issue advisories on Tropical Depression Cristobal, which at 4 a.m. was located about 40 miles north of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. For further information on that system, you can visit www.nhc.noaa.gov. Our forecast, partly cloudy skies with 20% chances of showers. Temperatures will rise to the upper 80s. Winds will be southeast 10 to 15 knots. Seas will be slight to moderate with wave heights of 2 to 4 feet. Later on tonight, partly cloudy skies, 20% chances of showers. Temperatures will fall to the upper 70s. Winds will be southeast 5 to 10 knots. Seas will be slight with wave heights of 1 to 3 feet. We're at a low tide, but high tide is coming up at 11:15 this morning. It's going to be low at 5:33 this afternoon. For tomorrow, high tide is at 12:37 a.m., low at 7:13 a.m., high at 12:18 p.m., and low at 6:30 p.m. Sunset this evening will be at 7:01. Sunrise for tomorrow at 5:47. The outlook is for a slight increase in cloudiness from Tuesday afternoon as a tropical wave moves over the Western Caribbean. That's your latest weather, brought to you by Super Stitch.
Super Stitch Sewing and Fabric Center was the proud sponsor of the Weather Report, your one-stop shop for all of your household items, craft items, jewelry, beads, and decorations, and much more. Call Super Stitch at 949-2833 or email customer care at superstitch.com.ky.
Super Stitch. We are known for our amazing fabrics, top quality tailoring, and dressmaking. But did you know that we also carry trimmings, glitter, sequins, acrylic paints for fabrics and craft, floral wire, glues, markers, foam balls, and assorted ribbons? Yes, we do. You have a do-it-yourself project? Just pop into Super Stitch and see what we have in store for you. There is a craft item for your every need.
My favorite, the beads, glass ones, flat, and even those shell ones.
Super Stitch, your one-stop household store at 39 Pasadora Place, Smith Road. Still offering the best prices in town. Call 949-2833 or go to superstitch.com.ky.
During these unprecedented times, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Cayman Strong Series. The Cayman Strong Series is brought to you by OnCourse Cayman. Visit oncourse.ky to view a full list of wellness services and their qualified team. OnCourse Cayman, health, wellness, and happiness.
Change your thinking, change your life. Staying focused on your long-term goals is crucial.
As motivational speaker and author Mel Robbins said in her book titled The 5-Second Rule, it's a numbers game. To play any game, you have to start. To win, you need to keep going. If you want to make your dreams come true, get ready for the long game. Life is not a one-and-done sort of deal. You've got to work for what you want. Life is gritty and hard, and then suddenly it's brilliant and amazing.
Change your thinking. Change your life. These days, feelings of loneliness, anxiety, stress, and depression can be overwhelming. Just know you are not alone. OnCourse Cayman offers private mental health services for children, teens, adults, and groups. Visit oncourse.ky to view a full list of wellness services and their qualified team. OnCourse Cayman. Health, wellness, and happiness.
Radio Cayman's Cayman Strong Series was brought to you by OnCourse Cayman. Visit oncourse.ky to view a full list of wellness services and their qualified team. OnCourse Cayman, health, wellness, and happiness.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Planning a meeting, event, or office celebration? Visit subway.ky to place your catering order today.
Good morning, Cayman. Let's take a look at your traffic situation on the roads of Cayman. Very light at the moment, but looking just outside A.L. Thompson's. Just a little bit of built-up traffic, but it is moving along quite good. At the roundabout there, traffic heading in a northerly direction onto the Escalade Tibbetts Highway. West Bay Road looking quite good with light flow of traffic. We're heading towards the airports. Minimal traffic out there as well. Most streets in Georgetown very light at the moment. If you're heading east, got a good flow of traffic. Similar as if you're heading into Georgetown from the east. Good flow of traffic. Light, moderate, buckle up, stay safe. Don't be on those smartphones while you're driving. This traffic report, of course, brought to you by our great friends at Subway.
Subway is helping to keep Cayman safe by limiting store openings and hours, offering curbside pickup and delivery right to your door. With 3 locations currently open to serve you: Anderson Square in Georgetown, Centennial Towers in West Bay, and Countryside Shopping Village in Savannah. Subway is open from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. on soft curfew days. Free delivery for orders with a minimum $20 purchase. Delivery times only from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. Subway, helping you to enjoy your favorite foods in the safest way possible.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Planning a meeting, event, or office celebration? Visit subway.ky to place your catering order today.
Healthcare Pharmacy cares about your health throughout COVID-19 regulations. Our Grand Harbor location is open from Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. and on Sundays from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Our Governor Square Pharmacy on 7 Mile Beach is open from Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Please ensure you wear a mask when entering our pharmacies and practice safe distancing. Call ahead to refill your prescriptions or go to www.healthcarepharmacy.ky to refill and transfer prescriptions online. You can also WhatsApp your refill or transfer 329-7313.
Wow, looks good. What is that?
Chicken chair.
What did you just say to me?
Chicken chair.
I am not a chicken.
Whoa! I said chicken share. It's from KFC. Bucket of 12 hot wings, 6 pieces of chicken, or 8 tenders. KFC chicken share. Just $12 each.
Oh.
Want some chicken, tenders, or hot wings?
You're sharing your chicken share with me?
The new chicken share from KFC, just $12 each, and it's finger-licking good. Dine at KFC Baytown Plaza, KFC Shedden Road, or KFC at the Strand.
Home
which should be a haven, can even be less of a safe space during curfew if someone is experiencing child abuse. If you or anyone you know is being abused, help is nearby. For emergencies, call 911. They will redirect your call to the relevant agencies. For general guidelines and inquiries, call the Multi-Agency Safeguarding Hub, MASH, at 1-800-534-2273 or 945-0545. Alternatively, email mash@gov.ky.
The Cayman Islands government wishes to advise the public that they will continue to distribute reusable cloth masks across the Cayman Islands with the assistance of the RCIPS community police officer and community safety officer in your areas. Officers will be visiting homes in all districts over the next few weeks, and a limited supply of both disposable and reusable masks will also be available at supermarkets. Remember, you are required to wear a mask when indoors in any public place and when using public transportation. Continue to maintain a minimum of 6-foot distance at all times from persons who do not live in your own household, and wash hands frequently. Stay safe, Cayman.
For the record, with Orrett Connor.
Initiating system. For information that matter. For the record, with Orrett Connor. Continues right now on Radio Cayman.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. We have on the line with us Ms. Thais Doucette, who's a senior business advisor at the Cayman Islands Center for Business Development. Also with us, Mr. Marlon Hunter, the financial administrator. Just want to let Ms. Doucette and Mr. Hunter know that if you need more time beyond 8:30, which we were scheduled for, we will continue on until 8:45. We will have Miss Emma Wollaston, who's the Deputy Director of Pensions for the Cayman Islands. We will have her on, and we will delay her introduction until 8:45 if it becomes necessary. So again, folks, welcome back. Mr. Hunter, I believe we were going to ask you to present us with typical scenario in terms of an application and taking us through the process, the hand-holding that is done to the applicant and everything else.
Thank you, Mr. Connor. I will provide a very concise scenario as it relates to the process, and then toss it over to Thais to provide some more details on the grant.
Excellent.
So the applicant, you submit your application normally with 2 forms of ID, a trade and business license, proof of address, depending on the business or the documents as well. The application is reviewed for completeness. Credit checks are done by CIDB. Once they're favorable, the applicant is then passed over to the technical assistance program. The technical assistants prepare the balance sheet, the income statement, we formulate financial ratios, and then we put forward a recommendation for this applicant for CIDB to consider. The ultimate decision really lies with CIDB as it relates to approval or denial.
Okay, and if approved?
Right, so if approved, the applicant would need to physically go into CIDB and affix their signatures, initials, and those formalities, and then the loan proceeds would follow.
Okay. And the monitoring after that, what is the recipient then just left on their own to run their business?
Right, no. So the technical assistance program is in place initially for a year, and this is a hand-holding period, coaching period. We assess how the business is being run as it relates to their business plan and best practices and so on, to ensure that businesses remain economically viable.
Okay, excellent. And do you or is this left up to the CIDB in terms of the whether or not they're complying with the conditions of their loan, making their loan payments on time? If they're having any difficulty with that, is there any intervention that is offered during that period as well?
No, that is purely CIDD.
Okay. All right, Ms. Thais, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I wanted to speak about the micro and small business grant program. And this has been actually the most popular program that we had, and we really want to push this one and, encourage persons to attend. If you're a micro or a small business owner, we do encourage you to apply for this. So the grant program, it provides assistance of $3,000 to businesses that qualify. Now, I just want to explain what a grant is, because we have actually received quite a lot of calls from persons asking, like, what's the repayment term for this grant? And I just wanted to make it clear that there are no repayment terms. This is money that you do not have to return. Government is not expecting this money back at all. So this may not have been clear before. And, we were getting questions about it. So I just wanted to put that out there. It is basically free money. We are giving this $3,000 away.
Okay.
So,
but there's some responsibility that goes with it.
Well, we're going to be monitoring. That's correct. So we're going to be providing the funds for, it's for working capital assistance. So the objectives of the program are to provide this for their operational expenses. So we're aiming for businesses with a domestic market, or businesses that can reposition themselves for a greater share of the domestic market. And the CICBD is willing to work with businesses that need assistance doing that. So in order to meet the criteria, businesses have to have been in operation for 12 months or more and be at least 60% Caymanian owned to qualify for this. So the application process is really simple. We do have an application form that we need you to fill out. You attach 2 forms of ID, a copy of your trade and business license, and then you have the option of attaching bank statements that cover 3 months, or receipts, contracts, or invoices to prove that you have been in operation for 12 months. So we're not asking for bookkeeping records. We're not asking for financial statements or anything like that. We just need some kind of evidence on file that you are a legitimate business. And that's it. So it's really a simple process, and we are encouraging persons to attend. Now, I should point out that there are several businesses that have multiple trade and business licenses. This grant is intended to be, it's 1 per business and not necessarily 1 per trade and business license.
Okay.
Yeah. So how we're doing it is we're actually paying the grant in installments. The first installment is $2,000. And once that business can show us that the funds were used for operational expenses, then we will issue the remaining balance.
Now, the portion, Ms. Thais, that you spoke about for one business, not necessarily more than one trade in business, because you possibly could have an individual trading as, and they're trading as for a cleaning company, trading as for a landscaping company, trading as for something else. So that one trading as, they would only qualify for the $3,000, not $3,000 for each one. Is that correct?
It really depends, and we have been looking at these on a case-by-case basis. Usually, you have, for example, a beauty and barber salon that's operating as one business, but you do have those businesses that do have, like, for example, what you mentioned, landscaping, and then they have like another aspect of the business that's construction, but they have different staff for each of those businesses, or different locations and so on.
Yes.
In that case, yes, we will give the grant to more than one.
Got you.
So it really is on a case-by-case basis, and we do have discussions about these, and we assess them, and it really depends on the situation. So, we are encouraging persons to contact us at the center if you do have any questions, or if you feel like you may not qualify. We have been working with businesses, to help them to qualify. There are persons that need assistance with the form, and we have been offering that assistance as well. So please do call us if you feel that, you're not really sure what you need to do, what documents you need to provide, and so on. We are offering that assistance at the center as well.
Okay. We still have about 3 minutes left to go. Do you think you're going to need more time?
Well, just wanted to go a little bit into the frequently asked questions, if you don't mind.
Sure. So, yeah, go right ahead.
Okay, sure. So we get the question quite a bit regarding, what is the deadline, for example. There is no deadline for this program. I just wanted to point that out. Persons are calling us and asking us, what can the funds be used for? The funds are to cover working capital expenditure and operational costs of the business. So this includes things like the payment of rent, salary.